Did you know that 80% of new products fail within the first year? Why? Because businesses fail to understand their customer needs before launching their products. Welcome to this session on market research, understanding customer needs. Market research is the secret weapon behind successful businesses. Whether it is Netflix recommending your favorite shows, Apple launching the next iPhone, or Coca-Cola expanding into new markets, every smart business decision starts with research. In this lesson, we'll explore how companies gather, analyze, and interpret market data to stay ahead of the competition. By the end, you will see how market research shapes the business world and why it is a game changer. So let's dive in and discover the power of market research. Imagine launching a brand new product, investing millions in development, only to find out nobody wants it. That's where market research comes in. It helps businesses avoid costly mistakes by understanding what customers really need and want. So, what exactly is market research? Market research is the process of gathering, analyzing, and interpreting information about a market to make informed business decisions. It helps businesses answer key questions like what do customers prefer, what are the latest market trends, who are the competitors, and how do we stay ahead. There are two main types of market research. Primary research, collecting new data directly from customers through surveys, interviews, focus groups. Secondary research, using existing data from reports, government statistics, or company records. Why does this matter? Because businesses that invest in solid market research are the ones that stay competitive, adapt to trends, and make smarter decisions. Have you ever wondered why some businesses thrive while others fail miserably? The answer often lies in market research or the lack of it. Why is market research so important? Let's break it down. First, prevents businesses from launching unsuccessful products. Imagine investing millions into a product only to find out no one wants it. Market research helps businesses test the waters before making costly mistakes. Second, helps identify customer needs and preferences. Companies don't just guess what customers want, they use research to understand trends, preferences, and pain points. This is how brands like Nike or Apple always stay ahead. Third, guides pricing, promotion, and distribution strategies. A great product is useless if it is priced wrong or sold in the wrong place. Market research helps businesses decide what price should we charge, where should we sell the product, how should we promote it to attract the right customers. Fourth, assesses market competition and industry trends. Businesses that ignore their competitors risk getting left behind. Research helps them track what are the competitors doing right, what gaps exist in the market, how can we offer something better. Simply put, market research is the backbone of business success. Without it, businesses are just taking blind risks. And in today's competitive world, that is a recipe or for failure. Imagine you are launching a brand new product. Before you invest time, effort, and money, you need to ask yourself some critical questions. That's exactly what market research helps businesses do. Here are the key questions market research answers. First, would customers buy my product? No matter how amazing your product is, if the customers don't want it, it won't sell. Businesses conduct surveys and focus groups to check if there is a real demand before launching. Second, what price would they pay? Pricing is critical. Set it too high and people won't buy it. Set it too low and you might lose profits. Market research helps businesses find a sweet spot where customers feel they are getting good value. Third, where should I sell my product? Is your target audience shopping online? Do they prefer physical stores? Businesses analyze market trends to decide whether to sell in malls, supermarkets, e-commerce platforms, or social media. Fourth, what features do customers like or dislike? What if customers love your product but find it too complicated to use? Or what if they want a feature you never considered? Market research helps businesses fine-tune their products before launch. Fifth, how strong is the competition? Businesses need to stay ahead by studying their competitors, what makes them successful, what weaknesses can we capitalize on. Companies like Tesla, Apple, and Amazon constantly track their competitors to stay ahead in the game. Without market research, businesses are guessing instead of making smart decisions. Did you know that some businesses create products without knowing if people actually want them? That's called a product oriented approach, and it can be risky. On the other hand, businesses that first study customer needs and then create products follow a market oriented approach, which is much safer in today's competitive world. Let's break it down. First, product oriented businesses. These businesses develop a product first and then try to find customers who might buy it. This is common for breakthrough innovations like when Apple launched the original iPad. People didn't know they needed it until they saw how useful it was. However, this approach is risky because if there is no demand, the product fails. Second, market-oriented businesses. These businesses study customer needs first and then design products accordingly. This is the approach of most modern businesses. Think about how brands like Nike, Amazon, and McDonald's tailor their products based on customer feedback. Market-oriented businesses reduce risk because they already know what customers want before launching the product. Why is market orientation important? The business world is constantly changing. Consumer preferences shift, new trends emerge, and competitions get tougher. Businesses that listen to their customers and adapt are the ones that survive and grow. How do businesses know what customers want? Do they just guess? Of course not. They use market research methods to gather valuable insights before making big decisions. There are two main types of market research. First, primary research. This involves collecting first-hand data directly from customers. Businesses use surveys, asking people questions to understand their preferences. Second, interviews, one-on-one discussions for deeper insights. Focus groups, small groups of people discussing a product to give feedback. Example, a new restaurant might survey locals to find out what type of cuisine they prefer before deciding on a menu. Second, secondary research. Instead of collecting new data, businesses analyze existing information from sources like government reports, data on population, economic trends, and consumer behavior. Market research firms, agencies that conduct research and sell reports to businesses. Company records, sales data, customer feedback, and website analytics. Example, if Nike wants to expand into a new country, they might check government statistics to see how many people are interested in sports before investing. Which method is better? Primary research is more accurate but expensive and time consuming. Secondary research is quicker and cheaper but may not be fully relevant. Successful businesses use a mix of both to make smart decisions. Now, let's dive into primary research methods. These are essential tools businesses use to gather first-hand information directly from people such as customers, employees, or stakeholders. Let's break them down one by one. First, questionnaires. These are structured surveys where we ask a set of predefined questions to respondents. The goal, to gather customer insights in a systematic way. For example, if a company wants to know what people think about their new product, they can distribute questionnaires to collect feedback. Second, online surveys. These work just like questionnaires, but they are digital. With tools like Google Forms or SurveyMonkey, businesses can collect large amounts of data quickly and efficiently. Plus, they are cost effective and easy to analyze. Third, interviews. Now, if a business wants detailed insights, they conduct interviews. This is a one-on-one conversation where the interviewer asks open-ended questions to dig deeper into a person's opinions, experiences, or preferences. It's perfect for gathering rich and meaningful insights. Fourth, focus groups. Imagine a small group of people sitting together discussing a product, an advertisement, or a marketing strategy. This is a focus group. Companies use this method to test ideas, understand perceptions, and refine their offerings based on group discussions. In summary, primary research is all about getting first hand, original data that helps businesses make informed decisions. Choosing the right method depends on the type of information needed and the resources available. Now that we understand primary research methods, let's explore their advantages and disadvantages. Every research method has its strengths and weaknesses, and primary research is no exception. Advantages of primary research. First, up-to-date information. Since businesses collect the data themselves, it's fresh and relevant, unlike secondary research, which may rely on outdated reports. Primary research provides real-time insights. Second, specific to business needs. This is one of the biggest advantages. Businesses design research to focus on exactly what they need, whether it is customers' preferences, product feedback, or market trends. The data is tailor-made to fit their objectives. Third, not accessible to competitors. Unlike published reports or market studies that anyone can buy, primary research results belong exclusively to company that conducted it. This gives businesses a competitive edge. Now, disadvantages of primary research. First, expensive. Conducting surveys, interviews, or focus groups require money. Businesses may need to hire researchers, use special tools, or provide incentives to participants. Second, time consuming. Gathering data, analyzing responses, and drawing conclusions takes a lot of time. Unlike secondary research, where information is readily available, primary research requires effort and patience. Third, may suffer from biased responses. Sometimes people don't give honest answers, either because they want to impress the researcher or because they misunderstand the questions. This can affect the accuracy of the results. Final thoughts. So, while primary research is highly valuable for businesses, they must weigh the cost, time, and potential biases before choosing their method. Every business follows a structured approach to ensure the research is effective and results in meaningful insights. Step 1. Define research objectives. The first and the most important step, businesses need to be clear about why they are conducting research. Are they launching a new product? Understanding customer preferences? Identifying market trends? Having a well-defined objective ensures that the research stays focused. Step 2. Choose the best method. Once the objective is set, the next step is selecting the right research method. Should they use surveys to collect quick responses, interviews for detailed insights, or focus groups for testing ideas? The choice depends on the type of information needed. Step 3. Determine sample size and target audience. A business can't ask everyone for their opinion, so they must decide who to research. Should they survey 100 or 1000 people? Should they target teenagers, working professionals, or senior citizens? A well chosen sample makes research more accurate. Step 4. Conduct the research. Now it's time to gather data. This can be done through face-to-face interviews, online surveys, telephone calls, or focus group discussions. The key here is to collect responses systematically and without bias. Step 5. Analyze collected data. Once the data is collected, businesses must make sense of it. This means organizing responses looking for patterns and identifying trends. For example, if 80% of people say they prefer eco-friendly packaging, the company should consider it in its strategy. Step 6. Create a report with conclusions and recommendations. Finally, all findings are put into a structured report. This report doesn't just present the data, it also provides recommendations on what actions the business should take. Should they change their product, adjust pricing, improve customer service? The report helps in making informed business decisions. Final thought. So the primary research process is all about planning, collecting, analyzing and acting on data. A well-executed research process can provide businesses with a major competitive advantage. So we discussed primary research, which involves collecting new data firsthand. But what if a business doesn't have the time or budget to conduct surveys and interviews? That's where secondary research comes in. What is secondary research? Secondary research is all about using existing data that has already been collected by someone else. Businesses analyze this information to make informed decisions without spending too much time or money or on new research. There are two main sources of secondary research. First, internal data, information from within the company or the business. Companies already have a lot of valuable data that can help them make decisions. Some key examples include sales records. Businesses can look at the past sales data to identify trends. For example, a clothing store might notice that winter jackets sell best in November and December. Customer feedback, reviews, complaints, and survey responses help businesses understand what customers like or dislike about their products. Financial reports. These provide insights into revenue, cost, and profitability, helping businesses make strategic decisions. Second, external sources. Information from outside the business. Apart from internal records, businesses can also rely on public data and third-party sources, such as government statistics. Official reports on population, employment rates, and economic trends help businesses understand the market. For example, census data can show where certain age groups live, helping companies target their advertising. Trade associations. Industry groups often publish reports about market trends, consumer behavior, and competitors' activity. Newspaper reports, articles and business news provide insights into market conditions, competitor strategies and emerging trends. Market research agencies. Companies like Nielsen and Gartner conduct detailed market studies that businesses can purchase and use for decision making. Final thoughts. So secondary research is a great way to get valuable insights without the high cost and effort of conducting primary research. However, businesses must always check the reliability of sources and ensure that the data is up to date. Now that we have covered secondary research methods, let's dive into its advantages and disadvantages. Every research method has its strengths and limitations, and businesses need to understand these before making decisions. Advantages of secondary research. Cost effective. One of the biggest benefits. Since secondary research uses existing data, businesses don't have to spend money on surveys, interviews, or focus groups. This makes it a budget-friendly option, especially for small businesses. Readily available. Unlike primary research, which takes time to collect and analyze, secondary research provides instant access to valuable data. Businesses can use reports from governments, trade associations, and market research firms without waiting weeks or months for results. Third, useful for market trend analysis. Since secondary data covers large population and long time periods, businesses can easily track trends and patterns in the market. For example, if a company sees that online shopping has been increasing year after year, they might decide to invest in e-commerce. Disadvantages of secondary research. First, data may be outdated. Market conditions change rapidly. A report from 5 years ago may not reflect current consumer preferences or technological advancements, making the information less useful. Second, not specific to business needs. Secondary research provides general insights, but it may not answer a company's specific questions. For example, a national survey might show that people prefer organic food, but it won't tell a local restaurant whether their customers want organic menu options. Third, available to competitors. Since secondary data is public, competitors can access the same information. This means businesses don't gain a competitive edge just by using it. They must analyze the data better and apply it more effectively. Final thought. So secondary research is a great starting point for businesses because it is affordable and easily accessible. However, companies must carefully evaluate the data's relevance, accuracy, and reliability before making decisions. Now, we are talking about an important part of market research, sampling. When businesses want to understand customer preferences, they can't always survey everyone in the market. Instead, they select a sample, a smaller group that represents the entire population. But how do businesses choose the right sample? Let's look at two common sampling methods. First, random sampling, the lottery method. Imagine putting everyone's name in a hat and picking out names at random. That's how random sampling works. Every individual in the population has an equal chance of being selected. This makes it a fair and unbiased method. Advantage: since selection is random, it reduces the chances of bias, making results more reliable. Disadvantages: it may not always reflect specific groups within the population, and it can be difficult to organize for large populations. Second, quota sampling, selecting based on characteristics. In quota sampling, researchers set specific criteria to ensure they get responses from different groups. For example, if a business wants feedback on a new skincare product, they might survey 40% women and 60% men, or a mix of different income levels. Advantage: ensures diversity in responses and focuses on the target market. Disadvantages: it can introduce bias because researchers decide the sample criteria. Does sample size matter? Yes. The larger the sample size, the more accurate the results. A survey of 1,000 people will give more reliable insights than a survey of just 10. But there is a trade-off. Bigger samples cost more money and take more time to analyze. Final thoughts. Choosing the right sampling method is crucial in market research. Random sampling ensures fairness, while quota sampling helps focus on specific groups. And remember, businesses must balance accuracy and cost when deciding on sample size. Now we are discussing an important question. How do businesses know if their market research data is actually accurate and reliable? Just because data is collected doesn't mean it is trustworthy. Businesses must check if the information they use for decision making is valid and unbiased. Several factors affect the reliability of market research data. Let's break them down. First, sample size and representativeness. The larger and more representative a sample is, the more reliable the results. For example, if a company surveys only 10 people, the results may not reflect the opinions of an entire market. But if they survey 1,000 people from different backgrounds, age groups, and income levels, the data becomes more accurate and useful. Second, neutrality of survey or questionnaire wording. The way a question is worded can influence responses. If a company asks, "Don't you love our amazing new product?" most people might feel pressurized to say yes. Instead, a neutral question like, "How would you rate our new product?" allows for honest feedback. Avoiding leading or biased questions ensures fair results. Third, how recent the data is. Market conditions change rapidly. Research conducted 5 years ago may not reflect today's trends. For example, social media usage has changed drastically. Over the past few years, businesses must use up-to-date data to make informed decisions. Who conducted the research? Bias concerns. If a company itself conducts research on its own products, the results might be biased. Independent research organizations or government reports are often more reliable because they have no direct stake in the results. Final thoughts. For businesses to succeed, they must use accurate and reliable market research. This means choosing a good sample size, using neutral questions, working with fresh data, and being aware of bias. Sample. Collecting market research data is just the first step. But how do businesses make sense of all those numbers? The way we present data is crucial because it helps in understanding trends, making decisions, and communicating findings effectively. Let's explore some of the most common ways to present market research data and how they help in analyzing information. First, tables and tally charts. Organizing raw data. When researchers collect data, they often start by recording it in tables or tally charts. This method is useful for keeping track of how many people prefer a particular product or service. While useful for organizing data, raw tables can sometimes be overwhelming. So we use visual tools to make the information easier to understand. Second, pie charts showing proportions. Pie charts are great for proportional representation. Imagine a business wants to see what percentage of customers prefer different flavors of ice cream. A pie chart will break it down into slices, making it clear which flavor is the most or least popular. Quick, simple, and easy to compare. Third, bar and line graphs, tracking trends over time. Bar graphs help compare different categories such as sales figures across different months. Meanwhile, line graphs are perfect for showing trends over time, like how a company's sales increase or decrease over a year. These visual tools help businesses identify patterns and make informed decisions. Infographics, visually engaging summaries. Infographics combine charts, images, and key facts into a single visually appealing format. They are great for sharing research in an easy to digest way, especially on social media or business presentations. Final thoughts. Choosing the right way to present market research data is important for making insights clear and actionable. Tables organize raw data, pie charts show proportions, bar and line graphs track trends, and infographics make data visually appealing. Market research isn't just a theory, it plays a huge role in the success of big companies worldwide. Today, let's look at two great examples, Netflix and Coca-Cola. How they use market research to stay ahead of the competition. Netflix understanding customer preferences. Netflix doesn't just guess what people want to watch, it uses data driven research to personalize the viewing experience. Here's how. Customer viewing habits. Every time you watch a movie or series, Netflix tracks what you like and suggests similar content. This data collection helps them understand user preferences and keeps people engaged. A/B testing. Have you ever noticed that Netflix sometimes shows different trailers or thumbnails for the same show? That's because they test different versions or different users to see which one attracts the most clicks. This way, they optimize content presentation for better engagement. Coca-Cola analyzing market trends. Coca-Cola is a global brand, but it still relies heavily on market research to stay relevant. Here's what they do. Sales data analysis. Coca-Cola continuously tracks which flavors and products sell the most in different regions. This helps them decide which flavors to promote or introduce in certain markets. Customer surveys. Before launching new drinks, Coca-Cola often asks customers for feedback. For example, when they introduced new flavors or their Coca-Cola Zero Sugar product, they used customer insights to refine the taste and marketing strategy. Key takeaways. These companies prove that market research is essential for business success. Netflix uses customer data to personalize recommendation and test content strategies, while Coca-Cola analyzes sales trends and gathers direct customer feedback to improve its products. So the next time you watch Netflix or grab a Coke, remember it's all thanks to smart market research. Alright, now let's quickly wrap up everything we have learned about market research. First, understanding customers, competitors and trends. The main purpose of market research is to help businesses make informed decisions. By analyzing customer behavior, studying competitors and identifying market trends, businesses can stay ahead of the game and make better strategic choices. Primary research, first-hand insights. What's great? It gives businesses fresh, specific and unique data. What's the challenge? It's expensive and takes a lot of time and effort to conduct. Secondary research, cost effective but less specific. Why use it? It's faster and more affordable because the data already exists. What's the downside? The data might be outdated, general or accessible to competitors. Fourth, data accuracy and reliability. Market research is only useful if the data is reliable. Businesses must analyze information carefully, consider the source, sample size and potential bias to make sure their decisions are based on facts and not assumptions. Final thought. Market research is like business's secret weapon, helping companies make smart choices, minimize risk and maximize success. And that brings us to the end of this session on market research. I hope you found this lesson insightful and now have a clear understanding of how businesses use market research to make smart decisions. What's next? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to stay updated with more valuable business insights. Your support helps me keep creating high quality content for you. Join the conversation. I did love to hear your thoughts. How do you think companies can use market research to grow? Drop your answers in the comments below and let's discuss. Stay tuned. We have got more exciting business lessons coming up, so hit that notification bell to never miss out. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.